doing? Welcome to this Enlight tutorial. In this Enlight tutorial I'm going to show you how to do a professional looking sketch effect, but it'll have a colour swatch with it as well. So I've seen a few that they do it, and I've seen a few tutorials and they're or a few images going around, they're all black and white. So I want to do one with a nice colour sort of swatch on it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's get into it. So I'm just going to use this stock image right here. Just search for model, stock image, free stock image, whatever, and you'll find it. I'm going to go to canvas at the top, and then I'm going to go to crop. Now first, I think the first thing when you're creating an effect to an image, generally it's best to crop the image because it's the effect that you would like to sort of demonstrate or to show off. So we're just going to crop it in order to do that, and I just use these anchor points here and drag them in to crop, and then I just click the tick in the top right hand side to apply that to the image. So now I've got this image like so, cropped, and because I've cropped it, it's zoomed in if you like. I'm going to close the canvas down, go to artistic, I'm going to go to the sketch. Then we all have these sort of effects, these sketch effects already there. So I'm going to go to this 4B hatch. I'm going to use this 4B hatch. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drag up the 4B hatch to around 77. I'm going to drag this effect up to around 77. So it gives quite a nice sketch effect. And then going to go to tools in there. So I'm going to click the little tick button. I'm going to go to tools. I'm going to go to hatching. I'm going to go to scale. And I'm going to downsize the scale of this hatching all the way to -100 just by sliding my finger on the screen. I'm then going to go to threshold, and then with the threshold I'm going to drag the threshold up a little to around 63 for this image. It might differ for your images. Transition, again I'm going to drag this transition up, and it just brings back, like, sort of gives a cartoon type effect to the face, to the edges on the face, but we will get rid of that later. It's just the main part. I want to make sort of a cartoon effect. And then with the details, all we're going to do is remove that sort of blurred cartoon effect, but keep the cartoon effect on the main elements of the face, but sharpen the edges, and you can see that happening on the screen as we zoom up or down. So I'm just going to zoom down to show you. So it's sort of got that blurred, sort of dreamy effect. I'm going to drag it up just to sharpen out around the edges, but on the main sort of face you keep that sort of cartoon effect. And again, this will differ from image to image. So I'm just going to click the little plus button, or the little tick button in the top right hand side, and then I'm going to close down the artistic, and I'm going to go to my filters. In the filters I'm going to go to duo. On the duo I'm going to go to tools, and then I'm going to go to shape. On the shape I'm going to select linear. And all I'm going to do with my finger and my thumb, I'm just going to rotate the linear effect round so it's a diagonal effect. You don't have to do it this way, you could sort of kept it like this, but I'm just going to rotate it around so it's a diagonal effect. And then with these little anchor points on the outside, I'm just going to drag them out so the colour change is not quite so prominent. It sort of fades the colours into one another. I'm then going to go to tools, select color 1. So this is my right hand side color. I'm going to select color 1. I'm going to go with red. I'm then going to select color 2. I'm going to scroll through my color and select this blue color down here. So now I've got this sort of ice into red effect going on, and already that's quite effective. What I want to do, I want to select the blending down here. I'm just going to turn the blending mode down a little bit. Now you could sort of choose whatever blending mode you want. The blending modes do different things. So if I give you an example, this plus darker here, it gives quite a nice effect on the plus darker, and that's quite a nice. If you look back at what we had to what it is now, it does give quite a nice effect. But just for this color and for this image, sorry, I'm going to use this color burn. And I'm going to drag it all the way up to 100, and I'm happy for now with that colour burn. I'm going to click the little tick button in the top right hand side to accept that that colour, and already it's quite effective. You see it's a really nice sketch effect, but I just want to make it a little bit more like, look at the hand over here on the left hand side, it doesn't look very sketchy. Some of the highlights and low and the darks on the face could look a little bit more like it was a sketch effect. So I'm going to open up my tools again on the right hand side. I'm going to go to image, I'm going to go to adjust, and then I'm going to go to tools. I'm going to go to basic, I'm going to go to contrast, and I'm just going to drag my contrast up a little bit. You'll see what it does. So it sharpens everything up, but whilst also sharpening things up, it also sharpens the hatch effect. And then I'm going to go to brightness and just tone down the brightness a little bit. Go to offset, tone down the offset slightly, very, very slightly. You see it drags in the whites, so I'm going to take those whites away and just tone it down slightly. And then exposure, and I'm going to ramp up the exposure a little bit, and that lightens up the brighter areas of the image. I'm going to click OK on that, the tick button. I'm going to go to clarity, and in clarity I'm just going to use one of these already predefined sort of effects down here. So you see this details is quite nice. It improves the hatches. If you denoise things, it will take away the noise. But I want to use this portrait. I'm just going to ramp this portrait right up, and it'll give more effect. If you look at the hair, watch the hairline and the sharps around the face, it gives this very nice sort of sketch sharpened effect. Click OK on that. Click the little the save out button at the top right hand side, and then save photo, and we've got that photo saved. Really cool sketch effect. If you consider what we started with was like this, and our end result is like this. Really professional looking sketch effect with a colour swatch that you can apply to your own images. And please go on and have a good time with that. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back again soon with more tutorials. Catch you soon. Bye.